Hey, welcome into another episode of the One Sports Jets podcast on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast Network, or the other way around. Anyway, we're here on week 3 recap and week 4 preview. Good God, are we flying through the season right away, boys? Say hello to everybody, starting off with the One Jets pod himself, Mr. Randy Yoss.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, man. What a fucking week, man. I'm so excited to get into this. Let's get into it. Maddie, brother, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm just excited to be here. I know I'm in non-uniform, but, the show must goes on.
There you go. He's battling through work as we were a little bit late due to work responsibilities as well, me and Randy. So all of us were affected by the work bug. Dominic will be out one more week. He should be back next week. So with that being said, who won the freaking picks again this week?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we bring it up, Dominic takes the week again. First, let me bring up my notes here so I can get these records correct. Dominic takes first place, goes 9-7 this week, and of course the rest of us we all three-way tie 7-9. That improves Dom to 31-17 for the year. Matt stays in second place at 26-22. Todd with the most Seattle Seahawks record ever, 24-24. And there I am playing the role of the 2024 New England Patriots down there in the hairy butthole, 19-29. Mr. JETS himself, myself.
If you would pick your Jets, man, you might have add those 2 wins to you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Stop picking them damn Cowboys. Maybe I was some damn games.
Touche.
Well, I will say this. Last year when me and Matt were doing the show, and even then, like our records started real shiesty to start the year, and then we got it going. So,
yeah.
Worst start ever. I know that.
That's how me and Matt were 500 for like 5 weeks, and then all of a sudden we were on like a 70% clip. So, I'm
so it's still early, Dom.
Yeah, it is. Enjoy that lead while it lasts, my friend.
Yeah,
so. You goddamn right.
Well, let's get into some recap, shall we? And we're going to start off with the Jets pod's favorite team. That would be the Jets, if you didn't know. The Jets were hosting the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football, and the Jets did Jets things while the Patriots did Patriots things. Who wants to go first on this one?
Let's let Randy go first.
You want me to take? I'll take this.
It's your team, brother.
That morning we woke up, we were pissing excellence. Nobody can hang with our stuff. No, dude. I said it. On the weekly show that me and JD do. I just think this is, it was rust. The first couple of weeks, as the weeks progressed, you saw the Jets getting better and better and better. So, and we'll get into it, but man, I think this is the week. This is going to be coming out party this year or this week for the New York Jets. I'll tell you that right now. But you just got to give the Jets credit across the board. Good coaching. Good game plan. Didn't look like all we did was walkthroughs that week. You wouldn't even notice. So I just kudos to my ball club, man. They fucking went in and did what they had to do and came out with the dub.
I'll take it from here. Yeah, man, kudos to the Jets. I actually thought the Patriots would make it a little bit more competitive, but, man, that Jets defense put the clamps on them, man. Only 3 points allowed. Oof, got to give them credit. Aaron Rodgers is looking pretty good for his age. Breece Hall, there's nothing much you can say about him. The guy's a stud. And your backup running back, man, I forgot his name, but, dude, he's nice. Dude is nice. If Breece Hall gets hurt, God forbid, but man, you got a stud in the backup running back. Your team looks all well rounded, man. So Alan Lazard is playing with his former quarterback. He's looking pretty good. So your team looks well rounded, man. Well rounded. Give them credit.
Indeed. I thought the Jets offensively were pretty crisp. They scored every quarter, and Conklin had a nice contribution. 93 yards through the air. Tight end is going to be key for the Jets moving forward. The run game was good. Defense was good. And they forced the Patriots into one-dimensional plays, put a lot of pressure on what's his name, Brissett. And then Drake May, talk about being look. The only reason why I watched is because I thought Drake May would get in the fourth quarter, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to see if the Patriots would say, okay, let's let this guy throw the ball. Nope, they did what most teams do, and that is, hey, throw a little 5-yard safe pass, pull it back behind the line, screen pass. I thought that was a waste.
Yeah, he was just excited to meet Aaron Rodgers.
I guess so. Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
So that'll move us on if we're done with that game, guys, to Sunday's football on September 22nd, which is pretty much we're going to start with a shocker. I think this is one of the not the shocker of the week, but this is one of the biggest shocks. The Giants go into Cleveland and tickle the butthole of Mr. Watson and defeat the Browns rather convincingly. Should have been by more because they're the Giants. They made it close, but 21-15 in Cleveland. Were you guys that shocked as well?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I was a little shocked. I picked the Browns to win. I think all of us picked the Browns to win. I really didn't expect the Giants to be competitive. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. However, my guy Neighbors, that guy's the truth. He's the only thing spoken for the Giants, man. And if you give him the ball, just watch out. That's all I got to say. But the Browns are, I think they're just not a good team, man. They're just not as good as we thought they were. Last year, Joe Flacco made them look a lot better. Deshaun Watson, I don't know, man. He looks washed. I'm not going to say he's a complete, throw him away yet. But as of now, he's not playing at the par of the big contract he signed. So the Browns, very disappointing this year. I was shocked.
Yeah, I mean, Matt said it. I mean, Deshaun Watson, they sit there and pay that guy over $200 million. When they
it's up there.
I'm like, dude, I mean,
yeah, he's not playing.
I'll say one thing about for the Giants though. Good for them. They needed to get that win. Get that monkey off their back for the season. But I'll tell you right now, if I'm fucking the Giants brass, I'm the Giants fans and shit. I'm on the Giants brass's ass. You better get us a fucking quarterback, or Malik Neighbors ain't gonna be there very long, motherfucker. Right now.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the Giants defense showed up. The Browns made turnovers, and boy, they miss Bradley Chubb. They miss the Kareem Hunt, that tandem they had for the past 3 years. Because with no running game, Watson's even more exposed, and that's a bad thing. If you've got to depend on his arm, you're in trouble. Nick Chubb, my bad, not Bradley. So let's move on to the Tennessee Titans, where Will Levis has officially thrown more points to the opposing team than he has for his own team. He was again terrible in this one, even though he put up some garbage time stats. Packers, I have a question for you guys as they defeat the Titans 30-14. Is it LaFleur's coaching? Malik Willis's "I've finally got it" type in his head that he's playing better, or is it a combination of the two?
I'll let you go, Randy.
I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, it would have to be the coaching, because that seems to be the common denominator in everything about the Packers. When LaFleur is a good coach. I mean, there's not much I can say about him. I mean, he's had the Packers competitive ever since he's taken over the team. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if I think you said his name Malik Willis is the quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's one game. I mean, let's see a couple more games. Let's see how he does, and let's see how he holds down the fort until Jordan Love gets back. But I mean, I'm not gonna take anything away from the Packers, in their victory. I mean, they kicked ass. They did what they had to do, but I got to give the credit to the coaching, man, because when your players go down and you're able to hold the team together and still go out and win big like this, especially when your star quarterback's down, like, you got to give to me, in my opinion, like, you got to give the credit to the coaching.
I agree. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of both, and I say that because that Packers system, every quarterback does well because they don't start them right away. They'll draft Brett Favre, keep him there for a couple of years, learn the system, and then boom, when he's ready, he's go. Aaron Rodgers did the same thing. Hundley did the same thing. Love's doing the same thing, and now Lewis. So So I say the players are contributing to that because you got to be patient and learn the system. So I give a little bit to the players, but I'm with Randy. The coaching, the organization, man, got to give them credit. As much as I hate the Packers, they're a pretty good organization when it comes to that, man. They know how to draft a quarterback and keep them in that system until they're ready.
That is true. I mean, this is a second straight game. Willis with 200 yards passing. He was 13 for 19. He only threw when he had to. And then the running game, second straight game, 200 yards. Can they do that against the Vikings? We'll find out later in the pick'ems, because that's going to be one of the games of the week. But the Packers go to now 2-1 without Jordan Love. Not bad. That moves us on to Indianapolis, where you had the battle of, I guess, Richardson missed most of his season last year, so you can probably call him a rookie again, as he goes up against Caleb Williams, Mr. Fingernails, and the Colts hold on for a 21-16 game. I'll just tell you real quick, we made a short on this one, or at least I did. I sent the audio. Very disappointed in the fact that Trent Richardson can't throw a 5-yard pass to save his life, but he could throw a pretty deep ball. And then also with Caleb Williams, that guy just makes the worst decisions so far. Even though he threw his first 2 touchdowns, Bears lose.
I mean, hey, Caleb Williams is just like your typical USC quarterback. He's just not that good. It's just a history of USC quarterback. They'll do okay in their college. They'll do great in college. Might win the Heisman, might even win 2. Once they turn pro, that's it. So he's just a typical USC quarterback. I mean, he's got weapons. He's got more weapons than any rookie would have. Look at Bryce Young. He didn't have anybody, and look what happened to him. So he's just like I said, it's just a typical USC. I don't know what it is about USC and their quarterbacks, man. I really don't know. It's just a history.
Yeah, no, everybody knows me and my thoughts on them USC quarterbacks, but no, Caleb got his first couple of touchdowns. I may have been wrong on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
I said a lot of nice things to him, about him in the very first episode. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to say, man. Like. Colts aren't good, dude. They're not. They got, and I'll reiterate to what Matt was saying, about God, who the fuck did the Packers or the Colts play? Goddamn, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, the Bears.
The Bears.
Bears, yeah, they're loaded with weapons, for Caleb Williams. Look at the fucking Colts, dude.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those situations where your quarterback, you got a good ass fucking team, but your quarterback gonna hold you back. Hopefully not. Hopefully the Colts can figure it out. Hopefully Richardson can figure it out. And because I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, the AFC South right now is kind of looking mid. I mean, Jacksonville's off their fucking rocker. They suck.
We'll get to them. Believe
so.
Me.
Houston's kind of looking So if the Colts can get their fucking head out of their asses, they can compete for a division title.
And both these teams, and you're right, Randy and Matt, both these teams have good defenses. I think the only thing that the edge that the Colts have, I think a little bit better
run game
for Caleb Williams. Yeah, but the run game, like you said, Matt, Taylor's nice for them. But both quarterbacks, watching this game, I watched it attentively, and both quarterbacks looked like they were trying to give it to the other defense. I mean, it was their defense would make a play, give them the ball. Richardson threw a nasty interception. He fumbled. He threw 2 bad interceptions, and Caleb Williams did the same. So it's like, what the hell was going on right there to Q Lombardi? So let's move on to the next game, because that one was predictably close. But this one, I think, was ranks up there with another shocker of the week. We thought this game was going to be close. Hell, I picked Houston. Houston lost by 27. Watching a bit of this game, what did you guys think of that Vikings defense? Because Darnold's getting the credit here, but I think a lot of it came down to that defense.
Definitely that defense looked stout, man. That defense looked elite. I know it's the first 3 games, but, you can kind of more or less know what your team is, a la the Cowboys. But that defense looks pretty good. Sam Darnold looks like he's, have a new resurgence of his career, man. He's looking pretty good. Justin Jefferson, what more can you say about him? That defense looks well around. I was just talking about that with my cousin this morning. They look like a very complete team. Run game is good. They got offensive weapons on the receiving end. The quarterback is playing just good, really good to keep that game close or give them a lead. And their defense is looking top 5. So give Vikings credit. We all thought Houston was going to win. They showed us wrong.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, something's going on with Houston. I mean, we were praising their defense, to start the season, and they go out and lay that kind of egg. I don't have much to say about the game. I want to take an opportunity to fucking talk about this real quick, since we're on Sam Darnold. Everybody's on this fucking dude's jock right now.
You gotta give him credit.
I gave him credit for fucking Carolina first 3 weeks last year too. So, listen, if this motherfucker was worth this shit, everybody's like, oh, fucking everybody liked him, but the fucking Jets. Well, first of all, motherfuckers, he was on the Jets the longest. He was at fucking Carolina twice. If they loved him, why they fucking cut him? He went to fucking to the 49ers. He went to the 49ers, Bill Belichick, not the fucking Rams, you old curmudgeon dumb motherfucker. Okay? And then he went to Frisco for a year, and apparently they liked him too, so they fucking cut him as well. And fucking, no, Minnesota fucking like, yeah, they don't got a fucking choice. Their quarterback's down, you dumb shit.
Don't be so disrespectful, Randy.
Sam Darnold's going to fucking show up. It'll be another one of those things where the defense is constantly bailing them out, but Sam Darnold can't. Give us a fucking time.
Well, I can't argue that. I can't argue that. I've never been a Darnold fan or what's the quarterback for Andy Dalton fan either. So we'll see how that plays out for both those quarterbacks.
Hey, you got your tongue on Andy Dalton.
They're cut from the same jib. That was a shocker, though. That's all I'll say is C.J. Stroud looked pedestrian. The Vikings looked really good. But again, this is week 3. We all know the Vikings are just like the Dolphins in the AFC, except they play inside the dome. They tend to flame out at the end of the season. So we'll see.
It's September. It's September football.
Absolutely. Now, this next game was a scrimmage for 3 quarters, and then a game broke out in the 4th quarter, which if you watched only the 4th quarter, it was a hell of a game. Eagles-Saints. This one was a barn burner down there in New Orleans. That 4th quarter was pretty good. But Jalen Hurts and the Eagles had it, and then Carr, it looked like he was going to put him in tying field goal position, but then Carr did Carr things.
Oh, you break my heart when you say shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much I can say, because I didn't watch the game, but I mean, I said it on the last show, if they could fucking show me something this week, especially against the Philadelphia Eagles, if they could show me that they're the Saints of the last 2 weeks, I'm gonna keep picking them. Kind of scared me, man. You know what I'm saying? He did Carr things.
Yeah. I mean, you can only score so many points, so many games. I think that was 3 straight games, including last year, where they scored 40 or more points. That's not going to be forever. No. So, and then Philly, you got to give them credit. Their defense actually shut them down, unlike what we did. But I got to say this. The Saints gave that game away, man.
Yep.
How do you leave Dallas Goedert that wide open on a 3rd down and long? Come on. Oh, I don't even want to talk about that. The Saints honestly gave them that game. And Philly took advantage of it. And you got to give them credit. They capitalized. It's not their fault they gave it to them. And they capitalized. They took the game from them. And Carr did Carr things. And they couldn't come back and kick that field goal. So kudos to the Eagles.
And September Barkley had a nice run. The non-injured
Barkley. Yeah, he did.
Run, so
yeah.
That'll move us on to another game where, again, I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to throw myself under the bus right here. The Steelers, who I picked to possibly be 3rd or 4th in that division, are suddenly 3-0. Are they the Vikings of the AFC North, or is this just another ho-hum Tomlinson start? And they got a little help from a banged-up quarterback, Herbert, and the Chargers. Although they kept it close, Justin Fields is 3-0.
Can you believe that?
Crazy.
No.
Ain't that us? But you know what? I'll start it off. The Steelers' defense is just A1, bro. Like they're TJ. Oh my God, TJ Watt is the monster. Oh my goodness, it just all around collectively, all those guys is just a beast, and their defense is what making them win. They remind me of those 2000 Ravens because who they have as their quarterback, Joe Flacco at the time, wasn't
Trent Dilfer.
I mean, no, I'm sorry, yeah. What'd you call it? Trent Dilfer. Wasn't the greatest quarterback. He was just a game manager. But that defense won them at least 5-6 games alone. There was times where their defense they allowed 0 points.
There's
and
a
they
reason
scored
that
maybe
2000
6.
defense is historic.
Yeah. I'm not saying the Steelers are that, but the way they're winning is kind of 2000-esque. Because their offense really, they're only averaging about 14, 15 points a game.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So
the points they do get, the defense sets them up.
Yeah, the defense sets them up. So really, is it Justin Fields or he's just riding the bandwagon of the defense? So, I mean, he's the quarterback of the team, so he gets the credit. But really, it's that defense, man. That defense is killing. I don't know if anybody can score more than 20 points on them. I'm being dead ass. That defense is nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have much to say. Another game I really didn't watch, but yeah, like that's the thing with Pittsburgh this year. Well, just like any year, that's the bread and butter in Pittsburgh is their defense. Always has been, always will be, and that's what's going to keep them in games. I'm not 100% sold on the offense. I think they're doing just enough to maybe not lose these fucking games. And they're taking advantage of what the defense gives them, and kudos to them. I memean, that's how you win ball games. So, but I don't think it's sustainable. I think the defense will be the defense all year, but I think that offense is eventually going to catch up to them.
I agree. I think right now this team reminds me of the Bears of 2006 or maybe 7, where their defense got them to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. Mm-hmm. That's why I think, and think about Justin Fields has been behind the Bears' good defenses and now the Steelers' elite defense. So there's no excuse for him not to be, winning these games in a sense, because I believe that, Tomlinson has a bread and butter, like wear down the opponent's offense. And then with your offense, wear down the freaking opponent's defense. So they're doing their job, and the Steelers are 3-0. So pretty scary out the chute here. Another surprise, the third surprise of Sunday, the Denver Broncos.
Oh, that was a big surprise.
Go into Tampa, and Tampa was rolling the first couple weeks. The rookie looked, Bo Nix looked terrible for the Broncos. Mayfield's riding high, a big win in Detroit. They lose by 19. This game wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's give Denver credit, man. No one suspected them to win unless you're from the Mile High. They just, I don't know. Is it a good Denver game, that game, or the Tampa just didn't show up to play? What do you think?
I think a little of both. I think Denver's defense is pretty underrated, but Tampa just did not answer the call, man. I don't know. Every time I looked over, they were punting.
Yeah, I feel like they underestimated Denver. They probably came in thinking like, it's Denver Broncos. They're 0-2. We should win this one. And, you never underestimate an opponent because they can just easily punch you in the mouth. And I think that's what Denver did. They just punched Tampa in the mouth, and they just knocked them out. Nothing they can do. Baker was looking like the old Baker Mayfield. So it was just a great, I give credit to the Broncos. A win's a win. The way they dominated like that. Bo Nix looked good. So, he might have a good career. Give him a couple of seasons. He might have a good career.
Yeah, no, I gotta agree with you guys. I think Tampa just kind of overlooked the Broncos in this one. Baker Mayfield kind of looked like Carolina Baker Mayfield there for a little bit. I'm like, regression like a motherfucker. I just honestly, it's just one of those trap games, and Tampa Bay fell for it.
They sure did.
Definitely a trap game.
Kudos to Peyton getting that.
I will say this real quick. I'm glad. I'm glad. Fucking Denver got their trap game out of the way right before they played the Jets.
That game might be closer than you think, but
I don't think so. You shut your
okay.
mouth.
All right.
You shut your mouth.
Shut my pretty little mouth. Next game.
Ooh.
This was now, so some fans of football, you'd say this is a shock, and then others would be like, well, it's the Raiders. But the Raiders proving once again they have no home field advantage whatsoever. The Raiders lose at home, and this game wasn't even close. Remember what I've been saying since the beginning of the season, one good game or one bad game, one good game. He had his good game last week. Minshew was terrible in this one. Andy Dalton lit the Raiders up 319 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Were you guys shocked that the Carolina Panthers did this? Because ESPN said, it doesn't matter who you put back there. Benching Bryce Young is a mistake.
Well, I think we fucking saw that it matters who you put back here. I mean, come on, like we're really. I mean, we just sat there for a whole fucking year and watched the Jets get bashed for every quarterback decision they made fucking last year. Every person they put back there, they got fucking mocked for. Fuck off. Like, yeah, if I'm the Raiders, I'm fucking embarrassed. I mean, we were talking them up one week, you know, after upsetting the fucking Ravens, and here they are fucking getting their ass kicked by the Carolina Panthers, the dog water of the fucking NFL. Like, come on, dude. I mean, I got my buddy at fucking work. He's a big Raider. Oh, we're making the playoffs. Let's worry about trying to beat the fucking kitty cats first, dude. Like, shit. No, I mean, the Raiders. I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, it's still early, but like, I don't know. The Raiders might be the worst fucking team in that division.
Ooh.
And they're probably gonna lose their top target as far as Devontae Adams by the trade deadline. Not saying he'll be a Jet. He could easily go to fucking, you know, Pittsburgh. That's it.
Cowboys.
I don't know about that.
We need them.
But no, the Raiders are cooked, man. They are fucking done. I mean, I had them at third place in my division pick'ems, but they might be the worst team in that division, even with fucking Denver having a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, losing to the Panthers, knowing how their record was and how they've been playing the last few seasons, that's embarrassing. I know Andy Dalton is a nice resurgence, but still, bro, like he played like freaking Tom Brady out there, man. Like he did pretty good, and I don't know, was it Bryce Young that bad, or is this, you know, a combination of just a refreshing quarterback? I don't know. Like Andy Dalton was always good in Cincinnati, but man, he looked really good. Really good.
I think he can elevate the team, but I don't. I think Bryce. It's a combination. I think Dalton's better. Obviously, he knows the offense. That's a key. But Bryce Young he is that bad. I mean, there's a couple quarterbacks in this league that they have no business starting, and he's one of them.
Man, he made Adam Thielen look pretty good, man. I was like, dang, he looked like Minnesota Adam Thielen. So I'll give credit to Andy Dalton, man. He came in, he scored 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards passing. You know, did good. And I know you don't like redheads, Todd.
I don't.
You hate
But he did good for a redhead.
Yeah, for now. I never trust a redhead. I've always lived by that moniker.
Hey, his whole beard, mustache, and haircut, though, that's elite game right there, dude.
Yeah, he's solid red, man. He's flamed up.
Oh, bro.
I know. He looks like the wrestler. What was his name? Sheamus.
Oh, yeah.
But let's move on to my team. Seahawks go to 3.
Oh, here we go.
The Seahawks beat the Dolphins. And again, I've been asked all week, and especially by coworkers at work, hey, you happy about the Seahawks being 3-0? I'm like, we beat Brissett, we beat Nix, and we beat Tim Boyle and what was his name? Sapphire or whatever the hell his name is. The guy that got hurt for the Dolphins.
Tua?
No, the other guy. They're back.
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah,
Skylar. Yeah, Skylar Thompson.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Skylar got hurt. That's right.
Yeah, he got hurt. And look, I'll just say this to wrap up my Seahawks real quick. I was impressed for the first quarter, and then they went away from a lot of things that were moving the football, and they went dead, and they relied on the defense. And if Tua was in there, there's no doubt they'd be losing at that point in the fourth quarter. but their defense was playing out of its mind. The offense was turning the ball over. They had like 18 penalties. It was an ugly football game until they put it away finally. I mean, the Dolphins, if it wasn't for a goal line stand, it could have been a one-score game in the fourth quarter. So, not impressed. I'm not impressed with my Seahawks being 3-0. It's not like we're the Steelers and we're like, yeah, impressed, but I am not impressed, and I got to see what they are made of come Monday night.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with Seattle. I think they're a good football team. Hell, I picked them to win the division because there's just something about that NFC West this year. It ain't disappointing me so far. I mean, it's living right up to the expectations I expected. I just don't understand why it is with Seattle, usually have a good first half, apply the pressure on team, and then they just let up in the second half.
Yep.
Kind of maybe go a little more conservative, I guess, and just kind of take the foot off the throttle and maybe don't attack as hard on defense. Like, man, come out and keep doing what the fuck you're doing, man. Because you're letting teams stay in these fucking games, and that's not sustainable. I mean, you're a good team. I think you're a playoff team, but man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop letting up, man. You gotta fucking take it to these teams all the way, man. Especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And I'm with you, Todd. I got to see what they are come Monday, against Detroit. But, I honestly thought they were going to blow this team out, with the quarterback, your starting quarterback not there, Skylar Thompson, even Hundley, who I've raved on. I expected Geno to just blow them off, man. Pause. But, they kept them in the game, and it was kind of like shocking. A win's a win. Got to give them credit. They're 3-0. It's not a good 3-0, but still 3-0 is 3-0. So I give them credit there. We'll just see how they are on Monday. If they win on Monday, convincingly, then okay, I'm. You got a good team, Todd. As of now, they escaped some games, man. They escaped some games.
And Geno's look very pedestrian, in my opinion. And when they go to Detroit, they beat them twice in a row in Detroit the last couple of years, but that's under Carroll. I want to see what they do under the new head coach. So we'll see.
Before we move on,
DK
shout out to Dano Jet, my brother. What do you guys think? He posed this question. Do you guys think Tua sees the field again this year?
Yes.
I say no.
I say
honestly, knowing the Miami fucking Dolphins and the way they do things,
that's true.
The second he has a chance to to come back in that Arizona game he'll be back. I think they've fucking handled his whole situation fucking poorly.
They might. Yeah, you're probably right.
But if anyone needs one of those inflatable helmets, it's definitely him. Good God.
Oh, what are those fucking Guardian caps?
Yeah, he needs like 2 Guardian caps.
Yeah, he needs like fucking one on the outside and like one on the inside.
Oh, yes. He needs all of that. Cushion and everything.
That'll move us on. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys, after going 8-0 during the regular season last year, are now 0-2 to start the season at home. The Ravens, and I guess Derrick Henry, and they did what Randy was describing about the Seahawks. They got a big lead and it just sat on it, went very, very conservative, and allowed the Cowboys to almost pull off a comeback.
Go ahead, Matt.
Dude, I hate the Cowboys right now. I freaking hate them, bro. Dude. Okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? I thought the Cowboys defense was good. I thought they were going to keep the defense from last year. I mean, we only lost a couple of players, but damn, our defense, our main guys, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons, Diggs is still there. Man, we can't stop a running nose. Our run game is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible, man. Like as of now, besides this week, I'm picking every team against us because we can't stop anything. It's just bad, man. And I can't even blame this on Dak. He did okay. No, more than okay. He did pretty good. But again, it was garbage time. He threw over 300 some yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. CD Lamb was looking like a diva that game, dropping balls, fumbling and stuff. You can kind of tell after the first couple of games what you are, and my Cowboys are probably mediocre. So I'm a little disappointed in my Cowboys right now. Shout out to the Ravens. They did let their foot off the gas. We did make a comeback. I was kind of excited. I thought and then we recovered the onside kick. So I'm like, yes, we got a shot. But, man, we suck. Leave me alone.
In the words of Jerry Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was one of those games I had on the 4-screener. Yeah, I will say this. The Ravens lost to the Raiders, and the Ravens beat the Cowboys. Are the Raiders and the Cowboys 2 worst teams in the NFL?
Man. Hey, man.
I don't know. I don't know why like Todd said, why the Ravens, they pulled the Seattle. They had it was like at one point it was like 26-6 or some bullshit at one point. And I mean, instead of just pouring it on, throwing on a couple more touchdowns, I mean, they just sat back, got conservative. Defense kind of got soft. I don't know if they went more to a prevent defense or whatever they were doing, but I mean, I turned on one game, it ended. Next thing I know, Cowboys game comes on and it's 26-25, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Cowboys just one of those teams like I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce back and kicked ass this week. Like they're just one of those teams. Like,
oh, they will.
I don't know how to take them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, that's all I can say about the Cowboys.
Yeah, the boys. The only thing.
Be nice, Todd.
The only thing concerned, and I am being nice, is that the fact that this is September and they're playing bad. They got to get tuned up. So that division's still theirs till I don't see any. I still think
I agree.
But we'll see. We'll see. Moving on. I'm not
counting Commandy's looking tough.
I'm not counting the Cowboys out. Now we move on to a game that all indications pointed to one team winning this game. You had all red throughout the stands. Whose house was being yelled Niners. You had 2 or 3 times during the game the Niners had a 10-point lead or more, and somehow, some way, them Rams come back in this game, 27-24.
I mean, I don't know how
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just don't. It's one of those where you kind of just baffle. Like the Rams were without their 2 top receivers, dude. And it was still it was basically a shootout. I'm just saying,
yeah.
I want to watch out for them fucking Rams, dude. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to say this, man. You got to give credit to Sean McVay. I know he's always on the TV screen and everyone raves him and this, that, and the third. For him to compete, and not only just compete, but to beat an elite team like Frisco, because regardless of their record, they're still an elite team. For Sean McVay to beat an elite team with 2 of your top receivers now, and your quarterback hasn't been playing up to par as he was when he won the Super Bowl a few seasons ago, for him to beat a team like that, you got to give them credit, man. He had them boys ready. So I give all the credit to Sean McVay on this one. Kudos to him.
I was watching this game with my girl. She's a huge 49er fan, Steve Elise, and 2 plays made her scream. I mean, she was already upset that the game was getting away from them. But when Ronnie Bell gets a beautiful pass, he does everything on the route perfect to get separation from the defender so where the defender can't make a play on it. If he makes that catch, they're easily in the game-winning field goal range. It goes off his hands like butterfingers. It hits him right in the numbers. And then the second play, Ayuk has a chance when they ran that old fumble-rooski at the end. He drops the ball when he had a clear lane. The Niners still could have won on that lopsided kick at the end of the game. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he had a lane to the end zone. Like the Niners had moved it all the way down to the Rams 30, and Ayuk got the pass from the fullback and just dropped it out of bounds.
All right, Todd. I believe you have some words that our audience needs to hear.
Yeah, especially Dom.
What's that?
The Rams won.
Oh yeah. The curse is real, my friend. I'm telling you, the curse is real.
Yeah.
Let's hear those words.
Yeah, Dominic said if Bell catches the ball, 49ers win. Purdy put that ball on the dot. Who's did.
A genius, Todd? Who's a genius?
Who's that genius, Todd?
Sean McVay is the genius.
This is history.
Is the Rams fan still in the chat? If he is, I'm sure you're never going to hear the end of that.
Smartest coach in the NFL. Whose house?
You're giving him credit, Todd?
I have to. I said I would.
It's plastered on the social media.
Exactly.
It was nice.
I knew we were forgetting something in this show. Something told me while I was sitting there at work. I just had to watch the last episode. I'm glad I did.
I'm so pissed that you did because I was hoping that you guys would forget that. Now it takes us to the desert. We're going to stay in the West. The Lions went in and defeated the Cardinals. Again, this division now is all 1-2 except my Hawks, so I got to be happy about that. But it could be fool's gold, but we'll see. The Cardinals lose. They played a lot harder than I thought. I thought the Cardinals were going to get blown out. What do you guys think?
I honestly I thought the Cardinals would play a lot better than they did. I thought this was going to be a shootout. Like, I thought it was going to go back and forth because, I mean, the way Kyler Murray's been playing, he's been playing his ass off with Marvin Harrison Jr., snatching them nuts out of the air. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, fuck. That's why I picked him up for my fantasy. But no, I just credit to the Lions, man. They came out and they're playing Lions football right now, so credit to them.
Yeah, I gotta give credit to the Lions as well. I picked Arizona to win. I thought Kyler Murray would be a little elusive for that defense, but and then like you said, Marvin Harrison Jr. has been playing pretty good. And the Detroit Lions haven't been playing like they were last year. They're still pretty good, but they don't look the same from last year. So I really thought Arizona was going to be the surprise pick. But hey, give credit to the Lions. They snuck that win. And I know Todd's over there talking about, Arizona's Arizona. You'll never pick them. Ain't that right, Todd?
That's so right. Now, I want to touch on that nice little hook and lateral the Lions did right there with Amon St. Brown. That was cool. On some breaking news, there will be an 8th dwarf in the next Snow White movie. It will be.
Oh, my God.
So he will make his.
You're so disrespectful.
As he was trying to get to the Yellow Brick Road and couldn't find it on Sunday. So moving on, we love the 12th man in Seattle, but there's a 12th man that now resides wherever Kansas City plays, and that is the refs. As they eke out a win against the Falcons, 3rd straight week in a row, a clear pass interference was not called, and the Chiefs benefit with a victory. What say you guys?
Yeah, man, like, I know I gave Dom shit, a couple of weeks ago or a couple of shows ago about, or maybe even last week, about the whole, because I mean, I get it, like the whole refs and helping teams out kind of gets tiring, but I mean, dude, it was no more blatant than fucking, on Sunday night, like clear as day. Falcons had a chance to, especially with Kirk Cousins, win back-to-back primetime games, and the fucking refs, dude.
Yep.
These refs got to see. This is what kills fucking sports for me, man. Is like, quit. These refs need to stop determining the outcome of the game. Let the players fucking do that. If Kansas City's truly a lot fucking better than everybody else, they don't need no fucking help. That's why. And I know I'm going off my topic now, but that's fucking why. As long as Aaron Rodgers is healthy, and a fucking team in this league, this scares me.
I mean, hey. The Chiefs have benefited from back-to-back games from the refs, man. And back-to-back. Well, the first game, did they really? Yeah, the first game, I think was that against Atlanta.
No, they played.
They played Atlanta last game. Who did they play the first game? Oh, the Ravens, right?
Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
They didn't get a call in that one as well.
Yeah, they didn't get a call in that one. Yeah, so I mean, hey. It's kind of like the Michael Jordan syndrome, if you're the star, if you're the GOAT, so to speak, in the league, you're gonna get them calls, man. So it happens. Brady got those calls too. Tuck rule. Need I say more? I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that happens when you're an elite team or an elite player. And Patrick Mahomes has been proven that he's an elite player, so he's gonna get those calls here and there.
Yeah, he's all right.
I agree. That is the problem with the NFL, Matt. And I also agree with Randy. You hate to see that being called because, again, fantastic football game. That was a really good football game. And, it's not like there wouldn't have been time left for the Chiefs to go down there and score. There was going to be about 45 seconds left. They were only going to be up maybe 2 or 3 points if they got the 2-point conversion. So it still was going to be set up for a fantastic finish either way. But we got robbed of that. We got the kneel down after that. So that was pretty crappy. Now let's move on to 2 Monday night games. One was not a shocker.
That's
the other
so
one,
American.
The other one was, it is. The other one was a complete shocker. But the Buffalo Bills, this game was over in the first quarter. And I will just say this. Trevor Lawrence, I like to call him the WNBA quarterback, but now he has a new name.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
It's abbreviated as this, CK. Coach Killer, because that's what he is. He sucks. He just got a fat contract, and he's going to kill the Super Bowl winning coach's career in Doug Peterson. Congratulations.
You're so mean, man.
I hate that guy.
Go ahead, Matt.
You've hated him since draft day. The man ain't throwing one football in the league, and you was like, "That guy sucks." I was like, "Why?"
If he would have had shorter hair, Todd wouldn't have hated him. I promise you.
No, if he was slamming the ball down or missing layups in the WNBA, I'd root for him. Just saying.
You're so
I'll say this. I mean, I Buffalo's fucking good, man. They
are.
They're still the darlings of the AFC East, So until the Jets can prove that they can beat Buffalo, like Buffalo is the team. But I'll say this: Josh Allen this season looks like he's having a lot more fun. I think, and he made this comment too, and I think he was making a little, taking a little dig at Stephon Diggs, no pun intended.
I see what you did there.
But he's saying guys are having fun. Guys don't care about touchdowns, about stats. It's all about wins.
That's definitely a shot to Diggs.
Oh, absolutely. And so, kudos to Buffalo, I mean, to go out there, I mean, and just put a whooping on a team like that on Monday night. I mean, they did what they had to do. Jacksonville, like I said, that AFC South, man, it's looking real mid right about now.
Correct.
Mid. I will say this. I did not think the Bills was going to be this good. I thought because they lost Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, the running back from last year. I forgot his name. I can't think of it. I think it was David Montgomery. But I thought they weren't going to be as good. I thought he lost his weapons. Who he's going to use? Is he that good, like a Tom Brady, where you can just throw in anybody and he can win games? Yeah. He has proven me wrong. I mean, he's proven me wrong. And Josh Allen, he's the MVP. Right now, if the game's ended, he's definitely the league MVP. He is carrying that team, and they're dominating. So I give him credit.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say about the Bills in that game, DeMar Hamlin got an interception. That was great to see. I mean, considering where he was last year, comes back and makes a pick. That team is rolling. So I'm going to be very interested in their next few games to see how they continue to flow out there. But again, everyone was saying that Hamlin was in. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just want to say Don chimes in. We were talking about Doug Peterson a little bit ago. He just says Doug Peterson will become the coach of the Bengals next season once Cincinnati fires Zach Taylor.
Oh, I can see that.
I can't see them firing Zach Taylor. I think even if they miss the playoffs and go like 3-14, I still think they give Zach one more year. That's just my opinion. But we'll see. Because, I mean, he got him to the Super Bowl in the championship game a couple of years ago. So, and speaking of those Bengals, they are now 0-3 at home. And the rookie for the Washington Woke. And I promised Sonia that if the Woke won, I'd call them the Commanders. And yes, I have to live up to that stupid promise as well. Commanders beat the Bengals, guys, 38-33.
I called it.
Yeah, you did. I think you and I were the only ones that took Washington.
Yes, we did, Randy. We know what we were talking about.
We know ball.
Well, for that game, the other 12, I don't know.
right. I'll tell you this, man. I when I was watching the draft, I thought coming out of this draft, the top two quarterbacks, as far as my opinion goes, was going to be Drake May and Jaden Daniels. Can't really say much for Drake May. I mean, it could be a couple of years. That team is that's a real shitty football team right now. But Jaden Daniels, man, like that motherfucker can throw the ball, dude. Like, and he throw a pretty ball too, and he can get out there on the run. Play off target a little bit, off schedule. I don't know. I think Washington's going to be pretty good, in the next couple of years if they can build around this guy, and be patient. Like, just watch out for the Washington fucking Commanders, bro.
Yeah, Commanders look pretty good. Dan Quinn got this team looking pretty good. Daniels is looking pretty good as a rookie. He still got Terry McLaurin. He had that deep pass that pretty much sealed the game.
Yeah.
They just look better this year. And I ain't gonna lie, the Commanders kind of worry me. They're not those easy pushovers teams that they were a couple of seasons ago. They look like they can definitely compete against anyone. Not saying they can beat anyone, but they can definitely compete against anyone. So
sure,
give them the credit.
I will say this though about that game. I knew the Bengals were in trouble when you saw Daniels on that last drive, convincing the coach to go for it twice on fourth down. He had a smile on his face. That dude had confidence, like he was going to slice up the Bengals, and he did. That's scary, right there for a rookie.
Yeah.
So
Mateo says Shanahan's on the hot sheet.
Oh, he could be. Randy, you got to get that clock ready, buddy. We're moving into week 4. We're going to do some rapid fire pick'ems.
Let's do it.
Oh, sorry, actually. Let it play first.
All right. Well, I'll set up the game then, and then we'll get into the clock here for a minute.
Let's do it.
The Dallas Cowboys on Prime Video will be on the road in New York to play the surprising Giants, who got that one win. Dallas is also surprising at 1-2. So what gives? The Cowboys are 6-point favorites. The over/under is 44.5.
We'll just go in order. We'll go Todd, Matt, and I'll go last.
Got it.
All right. Perfect.
You're on the clock, Todd.
Go for it. Look, I like Dallas in this game. There's no reason not to pick them. I think the Giants will keep it close for about a half, but the real Daniel Jones will step up and make some costly turnovers. He got lucky in that game versus Cleveland. I think his luck runs out when they play the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys by at least 13 or 14.
All right, Maddie, you're on the clock.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to pick the Cowboys ever again this season. I'm just done with them. But we be kicking the G-Man's asses, man. There's no way we lose to the G-Man. If we lose to the G-Mans, I'm done. But we're not going to happen. So, I got the Cowboys winning big. At least 2 touchdowns, maybe 14. Give me Cowboys.
All right. Randy, you're on the clock.
Go for it.
No, I'm going to take the Giants in this one.
What?
I know I said they're trash, but, man, I don't know about the Cowboys, dude. I mean, no, you know what? Give me the fucking Cowboys. Give me the fucking Cowboys.
He just did a reverse right there. He just did a reverse.
I thought you were serious.
I stared extra hard at it one time. Like, you know what? No, never mind.
He's like, wait a minute. Daniel Jones is a quarterback? Oh, man. So Cowboys all around. Do we have Dominic's pick is also the Cowboys. So we're 4 for 4.
Yes, Dom.
So now the next game is a sneaky good early season matchup in division in the NFC South. Saints on the road 2-1 against the Falcons 1-2. Falcons are 0-2 at home. They are a 1-point favorite in this one. 42.5 is the over/under. I think that's low, but what do you guys think? Let's see what we think. I'm on the clock. Let's go.
Go.
Look, Kirk Cousins is not playing in prime time. Derek Carr got off to a good start. I can't. If you're going to ask me who I would put my money on, give me the Falcons to get their first win at home. I think that they're going to give the Saints a 2-game losing streak. Carr will keep the game close, but I think Carr will do Carr things.
Okay.
All right, Maddie.
I honestly thought the Falcons was going to win this game going over the picks this morning. I just felt like they were, but I'm going to trust the Saints one more game. I feel like they bounce back and dominate the Falcons to take that commanding lead in that division. So I'm going with the Saints to win this one.
Randy is now on the clock.
All right, before I go on the clock, looking over Dom's picks, he's going to go with the Falcons in this one. As far as I'm concerned, you know what? I think I'm going to go Falcons too. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl champions. New Orleans seems like they took a step back this week. I hate to say it. Yeah, I think Carr might do some Carr things here and kind of cost the Saints the game. Yeah, give me the Falcons a close one, 24-21, something like that.
Yeah.
Got it. We'll get to Sterling's question. That's a pretty good question right there. We'll get to that one at the end of the show. So hang tight with that one. The next game, look, I would love for the Rams to have gone 0-3, but they are 1-2 and they're on the road. Their season got revived a bit, and they're playing Caleb Williams and those Bears. Bears are 2.5-point favorites.
Wow.
So put me on the clock, Randy.
There you go.
Look, I don't like Caleb Williams. I've said it before. I've said it again.
You don't say.
Yeah, right? Shocker. But that Bears defense could make life hard for Stafford, and I would love for Stafford to take some unnecessary hits. But in the end, the genius will outduel the other coach in Eberflus. Give me the Rams.
All
right, Maddie, you are on the clock.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm with you too, Todd. I'm picking the Rams. This is a no-brainer for me. I don't think Caleb Williams can withstand that Rams defense. In fact, I don't think Caleb Williams can stand any defense. He's not as good as we thought he was. I never had faith in him in the beginning. But yeah, that genius, Sean McVay, is going to take care of them Bears. Rams.
Before I get into mine, Dominic's going with the Rams as well. I'm going to go with the Rams. I don't like Caleb Williams either. I'm with Todd 100%. I think he's just a trash quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback. I think the Rams are riding high after that divisional win against the Niners. So give me the Rams in a big one, 27-13.
Ooh. I could see that. I could see that. That'll move us on to a game that should have featured J.J. McCarthy versus Jordan Love. Instead, we're going to get Sam Darnold and Malik Willis. Green Bay is a 2.5-point favorite.
This should be Sunday night.
Right? This game should be flexed. You have Justin Jefferson in those. This is going to be weather not a factor. Partly cloudy, 63 degrees. Packers a 2.5-point favorite. Start the clock.
Go.
It's hard to pick against either LaFleur or the Vikings coach. The Vikings defense has been good. Malik Willis to Sam Darnold, I don't know. It's sort of a wash. I think whatever running game is more effective in this game is going to win it for either team. Defenses are stout. I'm going to lean towards the Packers barely.
All right, Matt, you are on the clock.
All right. Packers are a good team on the home field. They always win in Lambeau. They always beat Minnesota, it seems like. However, I'm going to ride the hot team. And right now, Minnesota's the hot team. They're 3-0. They've beaten some pretty good teams. So I'm going to pick Minnesota to win in Lambeau and take a 4-0 lead for the season.
All right, and Dominic is in agreement. He's going with Minnesota. I'm not in agreement. We just got done talking about LaFleur and that coaching. I like what they're doing over there. I just think they got the better squad, and I think this is the week that the Minnesota Vikings take a seat on the cool down train. So give me the Packers.
Oh, Packers, me and Randy in agreement right there. Split decision. Next game is another 10 a.m. game. It's a sneaky good one. Just for some reason, we'll see what happens here. Steelers 3-0 versus the Colts at Indy, and the Steelers are a 1-point favorite. The over-under is a 40.5. The going the under might be the way to go on that one. That's a sneaky good bet right there. Start the clock.
Take it over, buddy.
Look, Justin Fields, it's hard for me to believe he's 3-0, but a lot to believe with that defense. If you put any other quarterback in there for the Colts, even with their defense, should shut down Fields and the Steelers and control the clock and beat Tomlin at his own game. But unfortunately, they have Richardson. They don't have a capable quarterback, so give me the Steelers 4-0.
All right, Matt, you're on the clock.
All right, so I'm going to pick the Steelers only strictly because of their defense. Both quarterbacks aren't good, and I feel like the Steelers' defense is just going to keep them winning. Until I see something otherwise, I'm going to always pick the Steelers because their defense is elite, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm picking the Steelers to win this one.
And Sir Dominic is in agreement with you. He is also going with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
I'm also in agreement. I like the Pittsburgh defense, and until Anthony Richardson can show me he's got something other than a fucking deep ball, I mean, that defense is going to pick him apart. So, yeah, give me the Steelers in this one. It'll be close. I think something like 17-12, something like that.
And Richardson has a weird arm angle if you've seen him throw a pass. Weird arm angle. Now that moves us on to Randy's favorite team, the Broncos, fresh off a win, 1-2. The Jets, fresh off a 2 in a row. They are at home, 72 degrees, and they are over a touchdown favorite. The low, very low, over-unders at 38.5. Start the clock.
Go.
Listen, if I'm going to do a race right now between a Bronco and a jet plane, I think the jet plane wins in real life. And I think it's going to win on the football field as well. Look, I like what the Broncos are moving with Peyton for the future, but the Jets are the team now, and I think they are just getting their stride.
All right, Maddie, you are on the clock. Oh, did we lose?
Yeah, I got to go with the Jets. There's just no question about it. No brainer. I don't really have anything to explain. The Jets are playing pretty good. That defense is looking pretty good. Brees Hall is looking good. Aaron Rodgers is looking good. And if they involve Copeland, their tight end, offensively again, they're going to be even more scary.
All right. Dominic is picking the Jets as well.
Of course.
I'm picking the Jets, ladies and gentlemen. How about it?
What?
You know what? I'm going to say fuck it. If they fucking lose, I'm blaming all you motherfuckers. No, I think Aaron Rodgers has this one circled on his fucking calendar. I think he wanted this one last year, when Sean Payton was talking shit about Hackett. So I think Rodgers is looking at this one. Give me the Jets.
All right, so we're all in agreement with the Jets. Now another sneaky good 10 a.m. game. The Fleagles go into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay fresh off a home loss. Will we see the regular Buccaneers, or will we see the same old Buccaneers and the Eagles flying high? Shoot it.
Go.
83 degrees and humid. I think that plays a factor, especially with Hurts and his no expression on his face ever. He could be getting stabbed in the heart with no expression. I like the Buccaneers to bounce back, actually. Todd Bowles likes to scheme against the Eagles. I think he schemes the Bucs to a win.
Go for it, Matty.
I'm with you too, Todd. I feel like the Bucs are going to bounce back and win this game, not just because I don't like the Eagles, but I honestly feel like they had a trap game and they fell for it. But they bounced back. Eagles aren't as good as they are. So yeah, I'm going with the Bucs. I see a blowout.
Oh wow. Real quick, Dominic is going with the Eagles.
Ooh.
I think I'm in agreement there. I think Tampa Bay. I don't know. I think right now Tampa Bay might be reeling. I don't think they might not be playing their best football. I think Philadelphia can take advantage of that. I think it'll be a lot closer than some think. I think it'll be like 20-17. But yeah, give me the Eagles on this one.
So this next game, guys, is not the game we would have thought. We would not think by week 4 the Bengals are looking for their first win while the Panthers are trying for a 2-game winning streak. I didn't think they'd have 2 wins all year. But the fact of the matter is Andy Dalton plays his former team at home. Tickets going as low as $55, 70-degree weather, 4.5-point favorite Bengals. Shoot it.
Go.
I want to pick the Bengals. I really, really, really do. But the Panthers, I have a good record with picking against them, and that is the only reason. Because if the Bengals ever need it, they need it now. Give me the Bengals.
Go for it, Matt.
I'm not going to lie. I want to pick the Panthers because of Andy Dalton. I feel like he's going to change the culture in that team and that city. However, this is a must win for the Bengals. If they lose this game, it's pretty much over. So I'm going to go. This is their playoff game, might even be their Super Bowl, and it's sad to say it this early, but give me the Bengals.
Dominic's going with the Panthers, believe it or not. Myself, I think I'm going to go with Cincinnati on this one. I thought the Bengals and Burrow, they played well. They just got a little bit outdueled by Jaden Daniels and company. So I like Cincinnati to bounce back. Like Matt said, you know, their playoff hopes are on the line here. They got to win. So, yeah, give me Cincinnati.
All right, that'll move us on to a game where we've been saying it for this team too. This game is another must-win for the Jaguars. They played crappy. Coach Killer set them up for a loss. Now they have to go play Houston, who's pissed off. Houston is a 7-point favorite at home. Let's go.
Get it.
Coach Killer will live up to his moniker once again in week 4. If ever you want to talk about a good bounce back game, give me the Texans in the bounce back game of the week. I think they will put it to the Jaguars and give it to them harder than what P. Diddy does when he drugs you up and lathers you with baby oil.
All right, Matt, what you got for us?
I love Todd's analysis, man. I swear to God, it's funny. But I'm with him. If I'm looking for a bounce back game for Houston, it's going to be against the Jaguars. The Jaguar season's is toast. I don't know if they're probably putting it in as well. I think their season's over, and they probably know it's over too. So give me the Houston.
All right, and Dom's going with the Texans as well. I'm going to go with Houston too. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bounce back week for the Texans. Fucking Jaguars suck, man. They are not playing good ball. Like you said, they're about to get ready to fucking have their coach fired. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets fired at halftime. So yeah, give me Houston like 27-10.
I could see that. Now to a 1:00 game, and this one is a sneaky good game, in my opinion. The Washington Commanders, Sonia, take on the Arizona Cardinals and the midget. Tickets are going as low as $19. Cardinals are 3.5-point favorite. Shoot it.
Go.
I'm actually going to go with the Commanders in this game. I think the midget's going to run around and create some good plays, but something about their defense in the last second or the Commanders' offense, I think the Commanders are going to get it done, and it's going to be a really close ending, but give me the Washington woke.
Ooh.
All right, Matt, you are on the clock.
I'm actually going to go Arizona. I feel Arizona comes back, bounce back, take advantage, and win this game. I don't know. I just have a hunch. But I'm going with Arizona on this one. Kyler Murray, baby.
All right, and Dominic's going with the Commandees on this one. And actually, I'm in agreement. I think this is going to be a shootout. I think between both quarterbacks, I could see this going as high as 80 points, to be honest with you. But yeah, give me the Commanders. Give me something like 34-30, something like that.
I could see that. Now we move on to another 1:00 game. This game would have been good as far as if Tom Brady was still the quarterback, but no, Jacoby Brissett is. Patriots go into the 49ers to play at Jordache Stadium. The Niners are 10-point favorites. Shoot it.
Hit it.
Look, the curse is real. Mateo, Dominique, any other Niner fan on here? The curse is real, but it will not be in effect this week. So pump your brakes. It's okay. You can live another week, even with all the injuries. Niners should roll. This game is close for about a quarter.
All right, Maddie, go.
I lost you for a second. There I go. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't hear the teams I was playing. I lost you for a second. Who's playing this one?
Niners, Patriots.
Niners easily. I don't need all 15 seconds. Give me the Niners.
All right. Shocker. Who do you think Dominic picked?
Oh, I
Oh, the
think he went with
Patriots.
the Patriots. Yeah.
No, yeah, no,
You know Dom picked the Patriots.
yeah, of course. And I'm in agreement. I'm going to go with the 49ers here. The Patriots are not good. They might, I might be in agreement with Todd. It might be close for a quarter, but, once the Niners start making the adjustments, they're going to take advantage, just like the Jets did. So give me the Niners in a big one, 37-10.
Ooh,
37.
not
I
bad.
can see that one. Now you got the French tickler himself, Watson, 1-2, going into the Raiders are a 1-point favorite. This is basically a pick'em game. 37.5 is the over-under. Both teams struggling on offense. Start the clock.
Go.
Look, I've said it before. I said it again. Minshew this year or last year was a good game on odd games or good game on, on odd games, bad on even. He's reversed it this year. Give me Minshew and the Raiders to serve and take care of home. I hate to say it, but the Browns are going to be 1-3. I really wanted them to be better, but the Raiders.
All right, Maddie, your turn.
I'm picking opposite of Todd, so I'm going with the Browns. I don't know, man. I feel like maybe Deshaun gets one more glimpse of what he used to be a few seasons ago. I don't know. And if he can, it will be against the Raiders because the Raiders, they lost to the Panthers. Need I say more? So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Browns for my last time picking them.
All right. And Dom is going to go with the Raiders in this one. I think I'm going to go with the Raiders too. We call this a pick'em game, and that's the only reason I'm going with the Raiders is because Dom went with the Raiders. He's been doing pretty good. Because otherwise, I mean, this is a fucking shit game. Both teams are trash. So, I mean, looking at it the whole time, I wasn't even sure who I was going to pick. So, but Dom kind of helped me out. So, go Raiders.
Fun fact: the last time these two teams played, over 20 punts, and it was a 6-3 Browns win. So,
oh, this is going to be a barn
That's
burn. I'm looking
gross.
forward to it. I'm watching this game and only this game.
next game is the Kansas City Refs taking on the Chargers of SoFi.
That's easy.
The Chargers are 8.5-point underdogs, and the over/under is only at 39.5. Let's go.
Go.
I think Justin Herbert will be a little bit more healthy this week to keep the game close. The Chiefs are going to do the Chiefs things. However, I think Harbaugh pulls the upset. This is the upset pick for me. I think the Chargers serve the Chiefs their first loss on a platter to Mr. Walrus.
Harbaugh was on a Herbert was on a boot, man. He ain't playing.
You damn kids and you're dope. All right, Maddie, you are on the clock.
I'm gonna start off by saying whatever Todd's smoking, I want some of that yak right now. Because ain't no way in the world the Chargers are gonna beat the Chiefs. Come on now, give me the Chiefs. I look for Kelsey to have a big game in this one, probably 2 touchdowns, maybe 100 and something yards too. Give me the Chiefs. You can have those extra 3 seconds, Randy.
While we're waiting, Dominic, of course, is going with Kansas City.
Of course.
I'm going to go with Kansas City. I mean, I don't know about Kelsey having 100 yards. I mean, that motherfucker don't even look like he want to play football anymore. But no, I like Kansas City. I mean, I don't think the Chargers have the firepower, and I'm sure we're going to fucking be talking about it next week. I'm sure Dom will let us know when Kansas City gets a call. So I'm sure we'll get something like that next week.
All right, well, that'll move us on to the Peacock game of the week. It is them Buffalo Bills 3-0 going into Baltimore 1-2. It's going to be 71 degrees and some heavy rain. They're talking heavy rain in this game, so they're going to have to keep it on the ground. Put it on the clock already, man.
Hit it.
Listen, I am not a Lamar Jackson fan. The fact that he got the MVP over Josh Allen, which Josh Allen put up better numbers, and we're talking about a better quarterback this year with less weapons opposed, with Diggs gone. Give me the Bills, dude. I think the Bills control this game, and Harbaugh is on the hot seat as the Ravens go to 1-3.
All right, brother Matt, you are on the clock.
Yeah, I'm with Todd on this one. I think Ravens aren't as good. They should be 0-3, but they took advantage of a Cowboys team that can't stop anything. And I feel like the Bills are going to destroy the Ravens. Yeah, I know they're a 2-point favorite, but still, give me the Bills. in a dominant way. Ravens aren't that good.
All right. Look down here. Dominic has the Buffalo Bills. And I'm in agreement with you guys.
Yay.
Buffalo, they are the team to beat right now as far as in the AFC East. They're one of the hot teams in the NFL, one of the darling teams in the NFL. I just don't think the Ravens have enough firepower on defense to hang around with Josh Allen. I think it'll be close, but give me the Bills.
All right. Well, it's a stampede of Bills right there. The next game is going to be one of two on the doubleheader on Monday. Once again, Tennessee Titans, the touchdown Titans. Tickets going as low as $25 in Miami, and Miami is a 1-point favorite in this one, so it's basically a pick 'em. Very low over under at 36.5. Roll it.
Go.
I'm going to go against the grain right here. Tim Boyle versus turnover machine. I got to think at some point the turnover machine will not turn over. I'm going to go with the Titans in this one. I think the Titans are going to beat Tim Boyle and them Dolphins. Just saying.
All right, Maddie, you're on the clock.
This morning, I picked the Titans only because my cousin picked the Dolphins, but this is a different show. So I can pick whoever I want. And I'm going to pick the Titans, and I feel like it's going to be a Tony Pollard game. That's the only reason why I'm picking them. Other than that, it can go either way. But, yeah, give me the Titans.
Dominic is also going with the Titans. I'm in agreement. I'm going to go with the Titans here. I mean, it's the Tim Butthole effect. That motherfucker sucks. As far as Todd goes, I don't know about Levis not turning over. I'm sure he'll have at least one. But I think the Titans will do just enough to etch out Miami because Miami's got no fucking quarterback play right now at all. Oh, and real quick, while we're on this game, this is the tie-breaking game. So this is where we pick our points. Dominic has 33, and I took 39. So what do you fellas got?
For that game, I'm gonna go 42.
I'll go 40.
You price is right person.
Now that moves us on.
Game of the week for Mr. Todd.
Oh yeah, this is one where my butt cheeks before the kickoff.
Todd needs more than 19 seconds on this one.
Yeah, no. I don't need that long. Seahawks 3-0. They are on the road in Detroit. They've won 2 straight in Detroit, but that doesn't matter. Tickets
we all know who Todd's picking.
$22. This one's going to be a close one. Detroit's only a 3.5-point favorite. Go. Look, I love my Seahawks, but their offensive line play's been bad, and I am scared of Hutchinson. And if we have another Charbonnet game without our boy in there running the football, I think we're in trouble. And look, he hasn't been throwing the ball that very good, Geno Smith, and I don't like the Seahawks in this game. Go Lions.
Oh, man. What say you, Maddie? You are on the clock.
Todd took the very last millisecond to pick his. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm going with the Lions. I look for Aiden Hutchinson to have a great game and destroy Geno. He might have 3 sacks in this game. But yeah, give me the Lions. Yeah, give me the Lions in the blowout.
Dominic is in agreement with both of you. And I'm in agreement with all 3 of you. I think this is a game that Detroit takes. I think it'll be close, at the half, but I think it's going to be one of those things where Seattle, again, just lets up, doesn't stick, to the game plan or just doesn't make adjustments overall. So give me the Lions 27-24.
I'm shocked that Todd picked the Lions.
Look, here's why I picked the Lions too. Another thing, if I could just add this.
Sure.
Is I think this is a reality check and a good teaching point for the Seahawks to either get slapped in the face or lose a game they should have won. And I think that'll get them going when they have to play the Giants next and the Niners next. So I think look, I would love for them to win this game, but I think they need to lose this game, if that makes sense.
Now, I will say this. If Seattle beats this team, I'll give them recognition.
I'm on the same I still don't believe in them either. If they beat Detroit, yes,
I'll
right
believe in them a little more.
We'll see. So that's the show. We ran through the picks. We ran through the recap in an hour 20, which is very good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Now I know there was a question Todd wanted to get to at the end of the show.
Oh yeah.
Put it up here by Sterling Yard, if that's how you say it.
Question
for each of you. In your lifetime, who was the best offensive lineman to play for your team? Go ahead,
For
Todd.
my team?
Go for it.
I feel like Maddie's answer's got to be somebody from the 90s. For the Jets, as far as since I started watching in 96, man, it's real tough.
Sorry about that.
Okay. What's that?
No, I'm sorry. I muted it for a second.
Oh, you're good. No, for me, it's going to be a center. And to be honest with you, it's either a toss-up between Nick Mangold or Kevin Mawai. Those guys were just fucking dominant and anchors to those offensive lines they played for.
Yeah.
I would have to say for me, it's Walter Jones.
Oh, Fetty.
Well, no, not a Fetty. Dude, think about this, guys. 1 year, he didn't have one holding call. And another year, he didn't allow one sack. I mean, that dude was just an anchor. You couldn't get past him. So he's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yeah.
Sterling, I would love to get back to Unfiltered Sports Network, but someone screwed us out of that page. I won't mention names.
Yeah.
So
that's why we're here for at least this year. At least for this year. We're going to try to figure that out, though.
Yeah, maybe because we were getting a nice little following on that page, which pisses me off, so.
Did Maddie answer the question?
Yes, my favorite O-line that I grew up watching for my Cowboy was definitely Big Larry Allen. Rest in peace.
I knew it. I knew he was going to say
Larry Allen.
that.
You already knew. That man could pick up a semi-truck, man. Straight beast.
He was a semi-truck.
Man.
Yeah.
Him and Adams, man. Hey, I grew up on Big Larry. Yeah, so that was my all-time favorite of all time.
Yeah.
Now, one of my favorite all-time offensive linemen, period, was Orlando Pace.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Another Hall of Famer.
So,
absolutely.
But yeah, Larry Allen.
All right, so I guess that's going to conclude the show. Before we get out of here, we want to thank everybody for stopping by here, the One Jets Pod, once again, for checking out myself, Todd, and Matt, and hopefully next week we got our brother Dom back. He, if you guys could hear his voice, man, you'd feel sorry for him. Like, it sounds like it fucking hurts, to be honest with you. So, but if you're here and if you're new, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, smash that bell notification so you're notified every time we drop a piece of content. We go live here at least 3 times a week. We got this show here on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. You can, if you're a Jets fan, you can check me out on pretty much after every game for a little post-game action. And then me and my buddy JD, we go live every Wednesday. We're trying to push it to Mondays. We'll see how that goes, but we'll be live tomorrow night here on the One Jets Pod. So again, hit that like and subscribe button, smash that bell notification.
Yeah.
And on behalf of everybody here on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, we'll see you down the road. Take care of yourselves.